Hindu philosophy has the concept of the third sex or third gender. This category includes a wide range of people with mixed male and female natures, such as effeminate males, masculine females, transgender people, transsexual people, and intersex people. Androgynous people are also included in this category. Many people in the third gender are not attracted specifically to men but also women. Some denounce sex altogether. These people are not considered traditionally in the traditional sense of masculinity or femininity, but a combination of both in Hinduism. These groups keep to their own and have communities of their own with their own respective leader. They are also believed to be divine and said to have supernatural powers, having the power to bless or curse people. Such sites are not uncommon in India to see people go up to them to be blessed. Even mothers bringing their children up to them to be blessed to have a bright future. And they also have also are very diverse from each other, having different beliefs and methods by which they express their third gender. For example, the Hijras are a group of third gender people in the north, and they usually practice castration, while the Arvani or the Ali in Tamil Nadu and the Jogappa in Karnataka and Andhra does not practice castration. And their beliefs about their origin and of their third gender and are very different from each other. The Jogappa, for example, believe that they become feminine by the divine possession of the goddess Yellamma. The transition is initiated by a host of incurable physical ailments like fits, rashes, even dreadnoughts. Where all medicine failed them, they they are usually taken to a local temple where the priest deduces if they are truly possessed by the feminine spirit, and if they are duly initiated into the Jogapa community. Well, the Hijras may be the face of the third gender community. They do not command that kind of respect that the Jogapas enjoy in North Karnataka, as again they are seen as divine and are usually invited to weddings and other festivities to to receive good luck, uh, to be a good blessing to the event. Going back to the hijras, they are most they most hijras do often work as prostitutes. Furthermore, in India, a feminine male who takes a receptive role in sex with a man will oftenly identify themselves as a koti, or is called a koti. Well, kotis are usually distinguished from hijras as a separate gender identity. They often dress as women and act in a feminine manner in public spaces, even using feminine language to refer to themselves and each other. The usual partners of hijras are kotis, and kotis are men who consider themselves heterosexual, or sometimes even bisexual, as they are the ones to penetrate. These male partners are often married, and many relationships of or sex with kotis or hijras are usually kept secret from the community at large, as sex itself is a very shameful topic, a shameful thing in Indian society. Some hijras may have formed relationships with men and even marry, although their marriage is not usually recognized by law or religion. Hijras and kotis often have a name for these masculine sexual partners or romantic partners. For example, Panti in Bangladesh or Giriya in Delhi, Sirdar in Cochin. A 2015 study found that self-identified Bharti participants reported their sexual orientation as bisexual and otherwise aligned with typical masculine features. You know, identification as Hijra or Kotik and Panthi can be distinguished from the Western idea of what these gender expressions are. They go beyond sexual attraction, such as gay, lesbian, or bisexual in the West, and also specifically include gender roles and presentation and preference in all things, or whether it's in dress or presentation or sexual position, whatever. The history of the third gender in India goes back hundreds, if not thousands, of years. They are mentioned in religious texts like the Puranas or the Rama, or in epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata. They are also found in historical and historical literature, like infamously the Kama Sutra mentions them widely in its work. The hijras, the third gender, especially the hijras, also played a major role in Islamic history of India, where they, worked in elite households, like they worked as courtesans in the Mughal courts, or laborers, even military commanders and political advisors, more specifically as guardians of the harem. Of course, as British colonialism took root in India, and beginning in the 1850s, the colonial authorities deployed various strategies to end these hijra practices, which they saw as a breach of public decency and incapable of moral transformation. I quote that. Although hijras were already criminalized by Section 377 of the Indian Penal Code, the infamous sodomy law, which basically banned homosexuality within, not just within India but various other colonies. Although hijras were already criminalized by this Section 377 of the Indian Penal Code, authorities of northwestern provinces sought to enact a special law against hijras by 1870. No high-ranking British officers argued against the implementation of the special legislation to address the hijra problem, thus solidifying the anti-hijra campaign all across the Indian subcontinent. The anti-hijra laws were enacted, including a law outlawing castration, which was important, which was an important practice for the hijras, a marginal practice of the hijra community, although it was not particularly enforced by them. Most hijras sought out this practice willingly. The hijras were also included in the Criminal Tribes Act in 1871, subject to registration, monitoring, stigmatization. Because of the economic cost, hijras and other so-called criminal tribes were unable to collectively sequester from the colonial society. British Lieutenant Governor Edmund Drummond framed the anti-hijra campaign as a necessary project to civilize India. The hijras were monitored with a hope of ending hijra practices. Since the passage of Criminal Tribes Act in 1871, hijras could not possess children. This law also prevented the initiation and castration, as administrators claimed that hijra children did not or could not consent to it. This law, basically the Criminal Tribes Act and the other laws that were acted against hijras and other third gender communities within India during colonial times, has greatly reduced their standing within Indian society and ostracized them to the fringes of society. Post-independence of 1947, after the Indian subcontinent was divided into various nations, the third gender communities within those nations were also divided and subsequently trapped within their respective nations. Their conditions have not really that much improved, although nations like India and Pakistan have all recognized the third gender community as legitimate and having their own right to life. Things have not gotten much better for them, as they are still discriminated against in society. They still do not have the same opportunities in economic or political or anything otherwise as the heteronormative people. They are still very much trapped uh, in the legacies of colonialism, as they are still very much ostracized in society. They do face violence from specifically from the police, who monitor them closely, continuing the legacy of British India. They have gained many rights during the last few decades, but we still have a long way to go. Thank you for watching. If you have made it to the end, well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I was able to give some insight in this topic. Thank you. We'll see you again.